A lot of people like to use the analogy of like a poker or blackjack game, talking about people's positions in life. I was dealt a bad hand. They feel like the cards were stacked against them when they started that game of life. How can someone ignore that position, almost act like you started with a winning hand?
There's two frames to look at it. I have enough friends that are extremely successful, and all of them felt like underdogs, and they used it as power, right? Did you ever hear that silly analogy where twin boys, one was a drug addict and struggling, and one was super successful, and they interviewed both of them, and the one that was a drug addict and unsuccessful, their father was a raging alcoholic and used to beat them. And they interviewed the alcoholic. When it finally got down to him, he said, well, why are you in this space? He's like, how could I not be? My father beat me and was an alcoholic. And his twin brother, who was massively successful, when they boiled it down, said, why are you successful? You know what he said? How could I not be? My father beat me and was an alcoholic, and nobody's going to stop me. When you're an underdog and you try something new, do you think people around you go, hey, that's not for us? Hey, we didn't come from that side. Nobody in our family's ever done something like that. You know how many times I heard that in my family? It's like, hey, I love all your energy, but that's not, we're blue collar. You know, this is where we come from. This stuff you're doing about, that's people who are smarter, went to different colleges, have a pedigree, all of that crap. Let me just ask you, if you use that as, they're probably right. Or could you split that and use it as fuel and go, oof, wait till you see when I freaking do this. It's just how you position that thinking is really the driving force.